Hey guys, this is Shin from the Pendit, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the pens that is becoming one of my favorite pens, and that is the Lamy Joy. This particular version is the aluminum version, or the Lamy A.L Joy. And Lamy was a company started in the 1930s. It has a rich history, and I'm not going to talk about that as much. There's a link in the description for their website. But yeah, let's just get into the pen. I'm gonna go from top to bottom and tell you what I like and what I don't like about this pen. Just letting you know that this is a cartridge converter, and it does take Lamy proprietary cartridges and converters. They're not that expensive, but that's just something that you should know. Let's start with cap. The cap is the same as the Lamy All-Star. It has a cross-shaped pattern on the top, which can be removed with a coin. The clip is distinctive of Lamy Safari, Vista, and Joy, except this clip is black. There's no cap like this anywhere in the Lamy range, at least that I know of. If there is, do let me know. It's a snap cap, and it snaps onto this thing right below the nib. It's a pretty secure fit. It's not falling off at all, but it's just something you should know, right? The section is the same as a Lamy Safari, but when you hold it, it's slightly more rubberized. I talked to Ross from Goulet, and he did mention it's not ABS plastic, and he said it's a proprietary resin from Lamy. It's iconically triangular shaped with two indents on the sides to hold your thumb and your index finger. You can hold it with your right hand or your left. It's ambidextrous. And there doesn't seem to be a step down or barrel, though there is this small kind of ring thing that separates the two. For the barrel, it's much longer than a normal pen. It's not supposed to move around. It's more of a desk pen. It has the same elements of design as the Safari. It has a window, it has the same logo, but what you should know, it's quite a bit longer. The Safari tends to end down here, but this is about easily 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches longer than the Safari. The barrel tapers down to a point, okay, and there's a small kind of knob thing at the bottom. I don't know what to think about it. It's okay, I guess. It doesn't take away from the design. It adds a little sparkle at the end because it's kind of a matte pen, so I do appreciate that. The cap can post. It does post slightly. It does post, but I'm not confident. It might fall out, but it does slightly wiggle. Like, I'll show this to you. I kind of hope it's focusing right now. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Hope it's focusing. You can see the cap just wiggle slightly. Okay. And it does come off pretty easily. It comes off pretty easily as well. Alright, I forgot to talk about the dimensions. If anyone does need them, here they are. Oops. Overall, the pen is balanced without the cap posted, but you can post it if you wanted to. It just becomes slightly top heavy. So it's actually very top heavy because this is a metal cap. If you want to get the plastic version of the Joy, that might change your opinion, and depending on how big your hands are, if you like the Safari or the All-Star, that might change. Other than that, I hope I didn't mess that up. Other than that, the pen is slightly on the heavier side. Whenever I cap and uncap it, there's always a bit of ink left. There is absolutely no ink in the cap, but there does seem to be a little nib creep when I cap and uncap the pen. Also, again, there's something missing with Lamy, at least for the past few years. Again, I talked to Ross and Susan both about this at Goulet, and they did say there was an issue with some of the Lamy pens, especially the All-Star, the Vista, and sorry, not the All-Star, the Safari, the Vista, and the Joy. The barrel doesn't quite line up with the section in the feed and the nib. The ink window seems to slightly be off a little bit here and there. I have a All-Star as well as Safari, and that's not an issue with those, but it's just something to consider that it might happen. Mine's about 5 degrees off to the left, but otherwise it's a pretty good pen. The nib is a 1.1 stub. I chose the 1.1 for, like, I can use it as a daily writer. I can embellish my work, but not as much for it to be a pain. If I used a 1.5, it would be too much. But a 1.1 is nice. The issue with this one, and SBRE Brown had the same issue with his 1.1 and 1.5, is it's slightly scratchy. It's not so scratchy to be completely unusable, but it leaves a little to be desired, especially in the smoothness range. Now, the stubs that I'm in love with are the pilot stubs. I have a vanishing point in a 1mm stub, or an SU, and that 14 karat gold stub is stunning. That review is upcoming in a while. But other than that, let's go to the rank sample. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, if I start writing and it shakes the camera, it's not my fault. It's a pretty long pen, so I'm apologizing right now. Alright, so this is the Lamy A.L Joy with 1.1 stub. The ink I'm using today is the new Lamy 2018 Special Edition Vibrant Pink. And this is what the ink looks like. Here is Lavender Cardinal Red, and here Hero Red 201. It's a much pinker pink. Both these are slightly red, and it does sparkle a little bit as well. There are sparkles, but it doesn't show up after it dries. It only shows up while it's drying. Alright, so let's go for a writing sample. Right. It's a pretty wet pen. It's skipped on me a few times, but nothing too major. The amount of line variation we can get is not much because it's a steel nib. It doesn't have a breather hole. Lamy nibs, or standard Lamy nibs, are known to be very forgiving. Let's just say that. All right. On wetness, in the side stroke, it's dry-ish. On the upstroke, it's much wetter because, again, it's a stub. Other than that, it's pretty good pen, pretty wet. You can switch these nibs out with the standard Lamy nibs. That's what I'm going to do pretty soon. I'm going to get my All-Star and just change the complete section because the All-Star has a slightly translucent section, and I kind of want that. But otherwise, it's a pretty good pen. I don't get tired of using this, or I don't feel I would get tired of using this at all anytime soon. It's a pretty nice pen. It's long, but it's super light, so you actually don't feel it. Overall, it's a pretty well balanced pen, and this ink is actually stunning. Even if I go for a signature, it's not gonna be that. It's not gonna skip on me, or I hope it doesn't skip on me. Yep, it doesn't skip. Perfect. Alright, thanks guys. That's all for me for the Lamy A.L Joy. I hope to see you soon, and until then, take care and stay safe.